Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I hope you all had a lovely Thanksgiving. We had a very nice one. It was about 10 people. That's a perfect size for me. We have a fairly small family, so we don't have tons of people, but it was fun. So yeah, it was nice and good food and good chatter and all that. So anyway, I've been working on this journal all morning. And so I got a few things done. I didn't feel like having the camera running the entire time. Well, it took too long, so I couldn't have had the camera running, but I have something I'm going to do specifically, so I think I'll show you guys that. I did this little flip out, and inside of it is this antique Christmas card, and it has writing in it, but it opens like that, so you could even journal inside of there. And it hangs out a tiny bit out of this pocket right here, but I think it's okay because when you fold this, flip back over, you know, like the edge of it's not going to get messed up. Okay, it slid right in there before. All right, so it goes like this, and then the crease of the page is right there. Right there. So it's a long distance. I don't think it'll get bent or messed up or anything. So I just liked that. It was kind of a neat little surprise inside of there. And then this is one of the Tim Holtz pockets, and I've just loaded it up with all different ephemera. So, and I didn't back all these. I backed these two tags, but I didn't want it to get too thick. So they're all inked, but they're not backed. And then you can use the little angel wherever you'd like. So there's the pocket back behind here, and then, you know, just the other pockets that are in this one. So yeah, kind of, oops, this one goes here. And the little angel sticking out of there. So I thought that was cute. So there's writing space. And then, let's see, what else did I do? Oh, I added a little tuck here, and then this vintage looking postcard. It's one of those images from those books I got off of Amazon with all the Christmas ephemera in them. And I just backed it with some book page. And let's see, I think that was it in that part. What did we do in here? I think you guys saw this rose tuck. Oh, and I added this. This is a vintage, well, not really vintage, it's a newer Christmas card, but it's a Christmas card that I just cut down a little bit so it wasn't, because it was a pretty big Christmas card, and then, you know, put journaling paper on it so that you can use it to write on. So that one I just kind of paper clipped over a page. And let's see, what else did we do? And I haven't been able to sew in the signature yet because I'm still waiting on bookbinder's fabric for the spine. So until I get that, I'm kind of just stuck. So I'm sorry, Mary. Hopefully it'll come today and I'll be able to get that done. And I did this belly band with you guys with the pocket. I think that's probably all I've done. And then these envelopes that I was going to sew into the signatures, I decided they're kind of short. I don't know. I don't know. I might do one, but I don't think I'll do both. I think I'll put one on the page like this. And then it'll be a tuck on this side and a tuck on this side. And then these I cut so that you can have another pocket there. So I think that's what I'll do with that. And that's the corner pocket we did together. So yeah, I think that's all that I've gotten accomplished on that. This is one of those little place card things, you know, like you would put on a table and they stand like a little triangle, like with a name or a number or whatever. And there was another flap just like this flap, so you could hook the two sides together. I just cut it off, and that's all I've done. And I've had these for ages, and I've done this this little pocket thing before, but it was this summer, so a lot of people probably didn't see it. This measures all together, if you don't wiggle it all over, 11 1/4 inches. But when it's folded, it measures 4 3/4. So yeah, it's just a super simple thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this up. I'm going to cover this so this doesn't open. And then glue the two sides, and it'll be a pocket here, and then this piece will come down over it like this, and I'll show you the rest. A lot of you may have seen the last time I did one of these, but it's been a while, so you might not remember, which is totally understandable. This lace is from my Antique Posy Digi, so that's where that is coming from, but I love it, so I'm going to use it. Gotta figure out where my edge is. Roughly about there. Everybody's home today, so you might hear my husband and my son are talking downstairs, so you'll probably hear them at some point. I still got it too long. So yeah, these make neat little pockets to put like in the front of the journal, type of thing. So that's where this one's going to go, is on that front cover of this journal, if I could never get it all put together and sewn together and all that. So that should fit pretty good there now. Just a little piece of lace. I mean, you don't really have to even cover this at all necessarily. You know, you could just kind of do a nature theme and like put a flower on the front of it, or I don't know, whatever. And you can just fold your own, because this little flap right here, let me measure it so you know. This little flap is like almost 1 3/4 inches. But I mean, you could make it any size you want depending on how deep you want your pocket. I mean, there's lots of ways that you could make something very similar to this with just a flap. So not a hard thing at all. We'll use our art glitter glue here for a nice thin bead for a pocket. They're checking out all the, you know, sales and things on Amazon for computer stuff. That's what they do. So they're down there jabbering about all that. They both speak that computer language that I don't understand. My poor son, half the time I feel like I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Sorry, I need to open that back up. I want to cover this. Glad I thought of that before that glue dried, because that would have been not great. I mean, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but I really want to cover that. So I have some Medieval Mirage papers, and I do have some of mine too, but I think I'm going to use a piece of this. I love these roses. They're really light, so I think I'll take a piece of this. We'll just kind of collage it. So yeah, this isn't a hard thing to do, but it kind of turns out neat. You'll see when it's done. It's just a neat thing to add in the front cover, because it's sort of like having a library card pocket in a way. Let me see, I need a piece of this. Got my stack of junk here. I could use part of that. Just like, I mean, I didn't need to come all the way down into the pocket. It's just if you want to get to the edge, you know, you kind of need to have it go a little ways anyway. In there. I just want like part of this. Maybe I'm gonna just, let's see. Problem is it needs to be this direction, so we'll take this off up here above the angel. And let's see how far down. That's good. Okay. Just need a little strip off of here. And these are for my reason for the season digi. If you haven't seen it, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My camera almost fell. I like keep trying to fix it and it just doesn't want to stay there. I think that's okay. Sorry about that. That probably made everybody look. Okay, goes like this. So I don't want a perfect tear. I want more of a jagged tear so that when it turns this way, when it overlaps this, it's not, you know, so perfect or whatever. Take a little bit more of this out. Okay, I need to ink this. So yeah, I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We even had decent weather. It keeps trying to snow, but it's not really adding up to anything. It's just, it snows and melts and snows and melts. So it's actually kind of the perfect thing if you like the snow, because it's just enough, but you don't have to go shovel it. Because that's what I don't like doing. Or driving in it. And I don't like the kids driving in it and all that. So yeah, just gonna glue this. Hope that camera stays there now. I'm gonna have to figure out a better way to attach it. It stayed for the longest time and now I just can't seem to get it to stay there. This is Medieval Mirage, and I'm not sure exactly which collection, so I apologize for that. I think it might be, I really don't know. Eclectic Essentials, maybe. But I'm not positive about that. But if you go look on her site on Etsy, and I will link it, she's got loads of, you know, like the pretty roses and all kinds of neat flowers. She's got a few floral kits, but that's all they really are. So could have been in one of those as well. So that is that. So let's glue this again. Try again. And then we can collage up at the top as well, but we can get this pocket glued now. So it will dry. And I can add something to it. Okay. I don't love it when it's Xmas. But I mean, that fits really well there. A little piece of embossed paper that I used the other day. Let's see if we have anything else. Our Christmas greetings, but it's not really. I love this angel. That would fit in there. I'll have to think on that one. I have a bunch of other ones I've already done stuff with, so could do that. And I just don't want the Xmas on there. Just looking through all my junk I got here. These might be kind of cool. I don't like that either. I don't know, I might just have to think on it for a bit, so I'm going to just leave that and we'll do this and maybe it'll come to me suddenly at some point. It'd be kind of cool to have a piece of this up here too. Yeah, so in my antique cozy kit you get a whole sheet of this and 2 other antique laces that I scanned. I like this old dictionary. That's from add-on part 4, Medieval Mirage. I'm not sure which one. I think this is Medieval Missives. She's got so many that, and so much in them, each one, that sometimes I have trouble keeping track. Okay, so if I could just use part of it. I might just kind of tear it in half. Did I? Oh, I tore too much, huh? Probably still make it work. Sorry, I'm just thinking how I want to do that. Okay, well, I'm going to glue this down first. This would look like on there. Reason for the season? I don't know what I want on there. I don't really want to cover all of that. Let's do this and then maybe we can decorate if I can ever figure out what I want to do. I was kind of on a roll and then I went and ate lunch and then now I feel like I don't know what I'm doing again, which is annoying. Fit on the front of that. I could also do something like this, and I was thinking of using this one. Her wings would hang off a tiny bit, but I don't think it would be that big of a deal because it would be closed, and it's not like it's really going to bump into anything. Could just do that too. It's the same angel. Then I wouldn't have to worry about her wings hanging off. So maybe I'll do that. And I'll put some other papers with it. Go across the bottom. see, tear this here. Tear a little more here and maybe a little more from the other side and see if I can't fit it. How much? Something like that, and then maybe something underneath up here that's a little more decorative. Sorry, just looking through my pile of junk here. Just use a piece of this up here. Like this edge of it though, I can see the print design better. I don't want it with that super tear side. And I should have torn that edge first, but I didn't, so. Are you leaving? Yeah. Love you. Have fun. My daughter's going to watch movies with her friends. Maybe if I turn it this way, then we don't know there's a straight edge under there. Okay, I think after I ink it'll be alright. I don't want to put it over the top, which is the way it seems like it should go, but it'll cover up the angel's head right there, so I could take a little more off the bottom. And I'll do that just a little, just a little. Oh, now I'm inking this after inking that, just one side. Wow, doing good today. All I had to do is turn on the camera to make myself all dingy. Yeah, that'll work. Hold on just a second. All right, hi everybody. Sorry about that. My daughter was leaving. I didn't realize my son decided to go with her to watch movies. So then he started getting all this stuff together and I didn't feel like I knew what was going on, so we had to talk about what was going on. You know, that's the problem with teenagers. Sometimes you think you know what's going on and you really don't know what's going on. So anyway, we got it squared away. Another issue is that it's starting to snow. So I was telling my daughter, you're going to have to come home if it really starts to snow. She's just fairly new. I mean, she's been driving all this school year and last and everything, but we just really didn't get snow last year when she was first driving, which thankfully we did not. But so it just makes me a little scared because she really has never driven in snow, so I worry sometimes about that because it's something you got to do. I mean, you can tell people all about it, but unfortunately until you're doing it, it's often you know, it's easy to talk about, but I kind of feel like that is too much the same color. So I'm wondering if this piece might be better. I think a little piece of that will work. I'm gonna be sad when that one's gone. Reason for the season. Right. A little piece of textured pink there. Oh yeah, I think I like that. And then I have put this in there. I just backed it. I may stitch around it. That just seemed to go well. So I think I'll just put a little glue here. I can't do any stitching on here with, because I already closed it, you know, didn't do a lot of thinking ahead there. So I think I will use some tacky glue at least to kind of make sure this stays where it's supposed to go. So I can put this piece on right here. Hopefully that'll go through the lace and hold it down. Then we'll put this on with tacky glue too. And sorry, my crazy shakies. Alright, so I like that. Like it a lot. I might stitch around this as well. So that goes on there, and then I'm taking a piece of the seam binding that I got from Creative Cafe Girl. For some reason her name's eluding me right now, even though I know it. So I'm going to tie this, and then I will, when I get, you know, how I want it on there. And then you can glue it down to the book so that the seam binding will stay, you know, at the back and not come off and get lost or whatever. Like, oh, Susie at Creative Cafe Girl. Wow, that was rough. I think I'd remember that my aunt's name is Susie. Yikes. When you're dingy, right? Let's go this way. I just have to think about that. Come here. Alright, so then when we glue that into our book, you can, those ties will stay, and you can just untie it to get inside, like this. And I think I might put some more pieces in there. Let's see, I made all kinds of little things. This one has the Star of David. Probably put an angel in there. This rose is kind of pretty. You're not gonna be able to see it though. Let's put the angel in. She can just live right there. And then tie it back up, and it's just a fun little thing for the inside of your book. So as soon as I get the book binding fabric, I can finish that up, get this glued in, get my signatures sewn in, and should be pretty good. Probably should have never untied it, right? Anyway, you get the idea. I can fiddle with that more when I'm not on camera. So maybe we can do this little envelope real quick, and then we will call it a day. So let me take this out and take this away for now. So we just have this part. Figure out what we want on this. Yeah, I just liked the idea of making it into a pocket here, which is Gail Augustinelli is where I got the, she used those longer envelopes, but it's the same idea to wrap around the page like that. And I did stitch it closed, but you don't have to do that. I did that when I was going to sew it into the signature, and then I changed my mind because that's what I do. So let's see, what do we want to put on that? Lots of choices. I love these little tiny roses. And they didn't work to make a signature out of this one, particular one. She does have the bigger one as well, but I didn't end up using it. I guess I can move all this, I don't need this sitting here. Right. So I think I'm just gonna kind of sort of cover the, I might, you know, make it a little smaller so you can see the pink, but I just want to get the idea of the size I need. So you guys have any good ideas of what to do with turkey leftovers? That's going to be my new one. I mean, turkey sandwiches, of course, because that's my favorite. That's the whole reason for making the stinky little bird in the first place, in my opinion. But yeah, if you guys have any like really awesome recipes. I used to love turkey tetrazzini. My dad used to make that, and that was wonderful. Which, if you don't know, it's kind of a creamy sauce with turkey and peas, and I think you put pimentos in it, and it's been a while since I had that. I have to check that phone real quick because that might be my kids. Sorry. Just tell me they're there, which is awesome. Awesome. I want to get this one little piece, and it doesn't want to tear. Right. That worked pretty good, actually. Pretty. I love that paper. Thank you, Jeff. That was such a nice, happy mail. She's so kind. Oh, wait. Which way does it go? It was on the page. No, this way. I mean, it doesn't matter. I could do either side. I just want to make sure that it's going the right direction so I don't mess up and get things wrong. This is always the tricky part when doing these types of projects, because it's more stuck to my finger than the paper. Come on. Wow. Okay. Let's try this again. Now that I've opened up the inside of the envelope. Okay. Problem is this corner down here doesn't want to go. Oh, seriously. Sorry. Sometimes. Let's get this part straight, and then we can work on getting that down in there. Get in there. There. Yeesh. Should not have been that hard. Alright, what else could we use? A piece of these. Oh, that was a great straight line, right? I don't know what my cat did to himself last night. I think he's sleeping right now. I haven't been able to figure it out, but he had just a little bit of blood, like, on his whiskers, and you know, kind of just a little bit like on his cheeks, I would call them. I don't know what else you call them on a cat. And then there were drops of blood outside, but I cannot find, he's white, so like if he had something that was bleeding on him, then, you know, you'd think it would be easy to see. He just had the little few spots on his face. And I don't know what in the world. So I'm a little concerned about him. He's such a nutball. He does the craziest, dumbest things. And, you know, I would love to just not let him outside because he's, you know, a purebred Persian. He's all white. But the cat goes loopy if he can't go outside. He'll, like, start peeing on the floor and stuff like that if you don't let him out. He wants to go out, which I get. I mean, no fun being trapped inside all the time, but he just has no sense. If you let him outside, then he's happy, but I don't know what he did, so I gotta try to figure that out when he gets up from his nap. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. I think I'll use this one again. I like this. You could use an entirely different one though because it's going to be on a different page. But we're going to use basically the same one. It's a little different because it's got the script all over it, but take a little bit off of here. Try to get this fairly straight, which is not easy for me to do. Maybe I'll just glue like the bottom half first and then the top half and see if that's easier to get that in there. So you guys don't have to watch me try to figure that out again. See if it makes it easier. At least I have something not gluey to hold on to. Yes, that made it much easier. When you use your brain, right? Amazing what can happen. Okay, and what can I put on the bottom half? Some of these roses would be pretty. Let's use, that one doesn't have the corner. I feel like they're all, oh, this would work. I feel like they're all like upside down or something. So how can I do this? How did I do that on the other side? It was set up different, huh? We're going to do it like this. It's going to come down to here. Okay, let's see if we can manage this. I wouldn't count on it, but we'll try. It seemed like it was a whole lot more than that, didn't it? Maybe it wasn't. I couldn't see the whole pocket. So we're going to do this. We're just going to take this corner off, and then we'll figure out how much we need to take off the bottom, because you see it doesn't fit perfectly. So let me take off this edge over here first. I go like that, it's going to take off the rows. So what we want to do is something more like this. Right here, right here. And then, I'm not sure. Let's take this part off, 'cause I can't see it. This ought to be interesting. It's always the problem with these triangular things and directional, you know, pieces. It makes it tricky. I think that'll be all right. My husband's talking to the Alexa downstairs. That thing makes me nuts. I'm trying to figure out how to get. You're probably screaming at me right now, right? Like, why are you so... Durr. I don't know why I have no answers for you. See if that's better, because I can erase that. A little bit more. I just stink at anything that involves the spatial, mathematical. And you just don't ask me to do. You can give me just about anything and say, can you make something with this? And I probably can, but don't ask me to do anything that involves spatial or math, because it probably won't work out well. I don't know why that is so difficult for me, but it really is. It truly is a struggle. The struggle is real. I mean, I often wish that I was, that my brain functioned on a different plane, because I see my son, who's very analytical and very good at math, like exceedingly good at math, and I wish my brain worked a little more like that, but then he's not creative at all. I mean, he's creative in a different way. He just doesn't, this kind of creative, he doesn't get it. He's not interested in it. It's just not his thing. Okay, so I have these that I've backed and done stuff to earlier today, so I thought we can stick them in there. I don't think I can get this hole punch in there to make those. I should have done it before I stitched it closed, but you know, didn't think that far ahead. So I guess we could just do both. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. At least you'd know it was a pocket that way. That would probably be beneficial. Just do that. That will work. And they're not completely even. It doesn't really matter because they are going on separate pages. So I can go in there, and then I did this little tag this morning, so she can go in here. And I have a little string I can see right there. I don't know why that's not wanting to go in there. What's stuck? Why are you stuck? That is bizarre. It must have been from when I stuck something down. Let's see, is it messed up? Nope, it just stuck down for whatever reason on the inside. Alright, so that can go there. Did this one do it too? Feels like it. It must have been when I stuck these down. Got glue under there somehow. Sorry, I'm probably shaking the whole table trying to open that. Or when I stuck it down originally, could have happened, I guess. And then I want to put one of these in, and this, and then where's my page? And it'll just get stuck. You know, you could leave it open and do that. We could do that too. So let's do that. That'll be another little tuck, a little Heidi tuck. All right, so we're gonna have to be tricky here. We need this side first. We'll just do up across here. So you won't be able to put a full size tag in there, but I don't think that's an issue. So this will have 3 little tucks. I think that's the way Gail did those ones she did, if I remember right, which who knows. Get that. Make sure it goes over the page like this without folding the page. Okay, we're going to hold that down for a minute because it's got stuff in it. I would take these out, it'd probably be better. And this is from my Reason for the Season Digi. This is just one that I had in those Memories of a Lifetime books. And like I said, you may still be able to find those on Amazon. They're Memories of a Lifetime, and they've got all different ephemera in them. I just don't know, that was the Christmas one. I just don't know exactly which ones you can get, because sometimes I see the butterfly one, and I think there was like a kitten one or something like that. I just don't know if you can get them all anymore. So I apologize for that. And I would like, you know, make some digis with them, but they're under copyright, obviously, so can't do any of that. Alright, so on this side we'll put this beautiful image by Joff, Medieval Mirage. On this side we have her, as long as I didn't glue that closed. And then in there, this could go in one of them. That's a cute little something. And oh, I have this little angel too. This is cute too. This rose. Could go in here. Let's see, what else do I have? That one too. There. I might use this somewhere else. Another long one. Oh, this is cool. This is that, like old postcard. So those will work like that. Alright, so I will let you guys go. I hope you have an awesome evening and are still enjoying time with family and shopping and all those fun things. I do not Black Friday shop. Because if you know me at all from my videos, I am not a whole lot into crowds. I get really bad anxiety, so I can't do that kind of stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys are all having an awesome day and have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your family, and we'll chat later. Bye-bye now.